crazy stuff going on.
I seen some scribbles. Some I seen on the internet. Somebody look like a 7-year-old hit up on the building. That was the most elementary West Side I ever saw.
Really, I'm kind of shocked that it took 3 years.
No, wait,
Almost 3 years.
did it?
I mean, nobody ever did that before, so.
Well, nobody never had a reason to.
Nobody never had a reason to. We start to see WACK using his gerbil brain. Never had a reason for vandalizing No Jumper until now, until Lush called 200 Crips from the Crippery champ all the way up to No Jumper for them only to get the police called on them.
Been plenty of reasons over the years. This culture vulture. ADAM22.
Did the cameras catch him?
I haven't actually explored that. So
I
anyway,
think it's some kids.
You've explored a lot of the stuff that's come out about this.
Man, listen.
You actually intervened on behalf. I don't know. Did Lush call you and ask you to speak to them before they were booted out of by the cops or whatever?
I get the text.
Right.
You like, yo, boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, okay, well, shit. I said, let me call this dude. I called Travis. I said, yo, I don't know what's going on. If you had No Jumper, the building's a little uncomfortable, whatever you got going on outside. They're about to call law enforcement because they don't know what's up. It's a bad look for the building. You may want to leave, right? That's what I tell him. He said, well, Lush, this. I said, was Lush in the building? He said, I don't know. He ain't answering the phone. So that was the bad part. They're thinking Lush is in the building. At the time, Lush is not in the building because when I call Lush,
Yeah.
he's screaming at some chick, no, next exit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we had to tell Lush that there was a bunch of people here in the group chat, at which point he was like, I'll be there soon. Like, he clearly had to, like, run around, get all his shit together to get in the car, to rush over here to meet up, which he had obviously forgotten about.
It's crazy that, the Lush saga is still continuing and more stuff is still unraveling about the situation. So Lush, in his drunken stupor, forgot that he had 200 Crips coming up to No Jumper to shoot a podcast that he didn't tell anybody that he was doing at No Jumper. So not only did you do this, and you wasn't supposed to, but you also let the people get there before you.
Well, we know why he forgotten about it because we seen his state.
He was on a bender.
From what people tell me is his state.
One.
Right,
He was
so
on the bender, see?
when I get Lush on the phone, I automatically get Travis on the phone. I say, look, Travis, Lush is not there. He's on the way there. And Travis like, yo, bro, what's going on, bro? Like, you rescheduled on this from a week ago, and the people, instead of going back to Vegas or wherever they were from, chose to stay out here a week. I said, well, Travis, that ain't on Lush. That's just on their decision. I'm like, look.
So people that came with Travis Ford that lived in Vegas decided to stay another extra week just to go to No. These are people that don't have jobs, bro. They decided they gonna risk their whole life and being to be at No Jumper, bro. This is crazy work. I'm stuck on that because, like, I got a crib, bro. I got kids. I got a dog. Like, I got a shorty. Like, bro.
You told him he could bring 30, 40 people? He said, no, I just told him a couple. Travis goes off. You a lie? He sends me a screenshot of the text.
There were so many lies. And that's some real addict behavior, too, is that once he got pressed for what he had clearly actually done, he started just sprinkling in as many possible lies as he could to get out of it.
I'm reading this text.
Yeah.
I say, Lush, he says 11:30 tomorrow. You say, yup. He says, I'm bringing food, a cake, some drink, and the hood. You said, yes, Sirski.
This makes it so much worse.
Right?
Yes, Sirski is crazy.
So then Lush says, I thought when he meant the hood, like neighborhood, like, because usually he'll just say mafia and I'll say mafia back. I'm like, wait.
Mafia Lush.
I say, what are you talking about? So Travis like, WACK, he like, Lush, don't tell WACK this because I don't want to hear his mouth. I said, Travis, you really got this dude, don't play with, because he's from one of them neighborhoods. Like, they serious about that, right? They ain't gangster Crips. They ain't neighborhood Crips. They mafia Crips, and they serious about that, right? So I say, look, bro, the building is about...
So they're mafia Crips, right? And Lush drops a song called Mafia Lush dissing a mafia Crip. And then wonder why. I just don't believe nothing got to say about what's going on out there.
You need to get over there and help clear it out. So Travis like, yeah, get your ass over here. So Lush gets here. I don't know if he stays out there, comes in the building, because I'm not even in California, but I see video clips later on with him limping out. So, but he calls me from in the building. I said, bro, from my understanding, he ain't even on the schedule. You ain't even cleared him with Adam or nothing. I don't know what you doing. I don't handle the schedule, but I know protocol of the build. I don't even, when Adam ass was gone on vacation,
right,
and the camera was on me, I still let Adam know who was coming to the build.
Right.
Yo, this guy is like Samuel Jackson and Django, bro.
Okay.
Oh my soul. We gonna have Adam as yo, facts. We gonna have Adam as son, and we gonna have WACK100 as Samuel L. Jackson. Facts, bro.
I'm like, bro, it's on you. It's like, it's not gonna happen. It's too much going on, right? Said, could you call Adam? I'm not calling Adam to talk him into shit. I'm trying to talk Travis, a dude I know, into leaving before the police come. So I guess the police had already came once, so I guess they came back again, or more
really?
cars.
I didn't know that.
Look up, it's 4 or 5 cars. So I guess it clears out. Boom, 2 hour go by. I get another call. Travis, all right, WACK. Lush says he's gonna go book some type of space, some shit.
Pure space, yeah.
Pure space. And he gonna bring the No Jumper cameras, and it's gonna go up on the No Jumper site. I said, hold on, before you do that, let me call Adam.
Yeah.
That's what I called you. I said, bro, you gonna let the cameras go over there? You like, hell no, what are you talking about?
Right.
I get Lush back on the phone.
Right.
I'm like, yo, Lush, what are you doing, bro? No.
So Lush told them that he was going to take the cameras out of No Jumper and go to a peer space podcast area that you can rent out and shoot the No Jumper footage. Lush should have had cameras and all that shit already.
Exactly.
Oh, I told him I'm gonna meet me at the Del Taco, and I'm gonna just do content with you by the Wingstop. This nigga that went Del Taco to Wingstop.
From Pure Space to Del Taco to Wingstop. Which,
I-
ironically, what Lush actually did when he left here was he went and did a hood vlog with a bunch of 13-year-old Mexican rappers.
See, don't tell Travis that.
Nasty word.
Right? Because like, so I'm thinking it's all.
Don't tell Travis that. You niggas is live.
I'm like, Travis, listen, me to you, bro. Just go on back to the neighborhood, go to the house. Whatever dude talking about, I don't know if he high or what's going on. He like, Cug got a black eye, a big one. I'm like, what?
Well, he did say that he had a fade that morning at 7 o'clock in the morning in his hood. I assume he had not gone to bed.
I don't know.
So if he had a black eye, I guess that would be the
They
reason.
say I saw.
Damn, Lush gets beat up at 7. Who gets beat up at 7 in the morning, bro? Besides fiends, ain't nobody outside at 7 in the morning ready to fight besides a damn fiend, champ.
Back on the phone. I say, well, Lush, who called the police? Why? Travis? What you tell Travis?
Now, WACK100 said when he first called Travis Ford and told him to leave the building, he said that they were going to call the police, and Lush wasn't there. So, I mean, why are you trying to put it on Lush and ask Lush who called the police when you know who called the police, champ?
Travis tells me, WACK, I know you ain't called the police. A, you wasn't there. 2, Lush already let us know who it was that called the police. I said, who was it? When he said it, I can call R&B right now.
Right.
I flipped out.
Uh-huh.
I said, Lush, now I got to whoop your ass, bro.
Right.
You tripping. I said, come on, what you doing?
Now I gotta whoop your ass, bro. Lush. Now I gotta whoop your ass. Bro, shut up.
I said, come on, what you doing? Right? And Lush is like, hold on, no. I didn't, he said, you a motherfucking lion mafia, you said that. Whoop, 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 whoop. So Lush is, you know, he going back and forth and, you know, this is back and forth. And when it's all said and done, I made sure I clear up that individual was not the one. That individual wasn't even at the location. That individual had nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
And
I'm a good servant, boss. I'm a good boy. I'm such a good boy. You can scratch my belly, champ. I'll roll over, fetch your house slippers, and I will also clear your wife's name. Yo, listen, just know that I told Lush I was gonna whoop his ass because he said your wife called the police, champ.
it's gone from business to friendship to Adam like a brother to me. I fuck with Adam. My girl fucks with Adam.
Right.
Like
literally.
You see what he does to people he say that's his brothers, champ, like loose cannon.
learned a lot of things at this table, right? On and off air. I learned who I can go at 24/7. I learned who I can go at a little bit, and I learned that who I bet not attempt to go at unless it's in this space and I'm asked a question. I've learned that, and if you know,
Yo, this is so cringe, bro.
over time, even when Brick Baby was free, you notice I backed off Brick Baby 80%.
80% would suggest that you were really going to go a lot harder before this reduction.
Yes, I used to be owning.
You were pretty on him.
Yeah, but once I realized, I'm like, you know what? That's really his partner, right? And I'm like, I can't keep putting him in a situation with Brick looking at this like, man, you at the table with this dude, and boom, boom, boom. So that's why I eased up off of that.
So I eased up off of Brick Baby because of you, Adam, because of my loyalty to you and trying to make this a good workspace for everybody. I backed off of Brick Baby. Nah, I feel like you backed off of Brick Baby because you know Brick Baby will blow a nice size metal shard at you, champ.
Right? You can care less, right?
Yeah.
But the one person you don't play with is the homegirl Lena.
I just feel like
you don't play with her.
If anyone in the office,
unless you initiate the conversation.
Fair enough. I would say like,
oh yeah, they good, right? Yo, this nigga, this shit is nasty, bro. You saw how he said that? Yo, bro, he's like when your dog does something good and he's just looking to be petted, bro. Like, look at him. Watch.
Keep putting him in a situation with Brick looking at this like,
watch
at the table with this dude. And
watch his mannerisms,
so that's why I eased up off of that.
Watch
right?
this.
You can care less, right?
Yeah.
But the one person you don't play with is the homegirl Lena.
I just feel like
you don't play with her.
If anyone in the office,
unless you initiate the conversation.
Fair enough. I would say like, in general, if
sat back, pet me now, rub my belly, champ. The one person you can't play with is the homegirl Lena. All the bagel wives you can disrespect, but you best not disrespect Lena, boss. Just boss lady Lena now.
Initiate the conversation.
Fair enough. I would say like, in general, if anybody in the office ever feels the need to place a phone call to the cops for assistance, that should not.
Yo, every time he thinks he did a good thing or he's saying something good about him and Adam's friendship or whatever, Adam totally blows right past that shit. Adam may say, yo, thank you for that, man. Thank you for looking out for my wife. And, yeah, man, we got to hold it down, man. This is family first. And I'm saying fist bump. Nah. Whatever. Anyway.
So then when he goes and try to clean it up, he's like, oh, no, I said the plug talk girls. Adam can't come out because he's doing plug talk. I said, bro. Nah, bro.
Imagine if I had not been able to get a boner. because of all this stress. Now that didn't happen. My shit stood up actually.
So I'm not going to tell you thank you for clearing out the front of the building and calling Travis. I'm not going to tell you thank you for saving my wife's name and, you know, taking up for my wife. I'm going to tell you about my boner.
Rewind. You ain't never had my girl. I heard that shit. I was just into telling my story. You get what I'm saying? I know how to tell my story, hold that mid-range, and then come back to it. One thing I
You have
can't
like a
say.
2-dude.
Yeah, but you're going to let the disrespect your situation while you trying to keep his situation holy. He can play with your girl.
Exactly.
But the one person you don't disrespect is Lena. But he can disrespect and say he piped your shorty though.
Nah.
This is why that Samuel Jackson picture, I'll probably show all the pictures though that's created. But yeah, bro, that Samuel Jackson picture is, yeah, bro.